told you that a simple belief led to the America we know today. Imagine a time when the territory of the United States was confined to the eastern seaboard, a time when the vast and unexplored lands of the West were a tantalizing mystery. In the mid-19th century, a phrase captured the spirit of the nation: manifest destiny. This concept held that the United States was divinely destined to expand its borders from the Atlantic to the Pacific. It was not just an idea, it was a call to action that spurred pioneers to pack their belongings into covered wagons, to venture into the unknown, to stake their claim on the frontier. It was a belief that ignited wars, shaped policies, and transformed the landscape of the nation. So, how did this guiding principle influence the westward expansion? Let's explore the top 10 points that illustrate the progression of manifest destiny and westward expansion. It all started in the early 19th century with the birth of a belief so powerful it would shape the destiny of a nation. This belief was termed as manifest destiny, a concept that defined an era of American history. The term itself was coined by journalist John L. O'Sullivan in his 1845 article. O'Sullivan, an influential advocate for westward expansion, proclaimed that America was destined by Providence to spread its republican form of government across the entire continent. He argued that it was the nation's manifest destiny to carry out this duty. This concept wasn't born in a vacuum, it was a product of its time, influenced by a potent mix of ambition, nationalism, and the spirit of exploration. It was a call to arms for the pioneers, a validation for the settlers, and a divine sanction for the expansionists. Manifest destiny was more than a belief, it was a guiding principle. This belief set the stage for a series of events that shaped the nation. The first step towards this destiny was the Louisiana Purchase in 1803. This significant event marked a turning point in the history of the United States. It all began when President Thomas Jefferson, with an eye on expanding westward, purchased the Louisiana Territory from France. Now, this was no small piece of land we're talking about. In fact, the territory stretched from the Mississippi River to the Rocky Mountains, and from the Gulf of Mexico all the way up to Canada. This was more than just an acquisition. It was a monumental chance to spread democracy and liberty across a vast expanse of uncharted land. It practically doubled the size of the United States overnight, paving the way for the country's westward expansion. It was a bold and ambitious move, a testament to the American spirit of exploration and progress. The acquisition of these new lands was just the beginning. With new lands to explore, the Lewis and Clark expedition was launched. In the early 19th century, President Thomas Jefferson commissioned explorers Meriwether Lewis and William Clark to traverse the newly acquired Western territories. Their task? To chart a course to the Pacific, document the region's flora, fauna, and native inhabitants, and evaluate its potential for future American settlement. Armed with little more than their courage, curiosity, and a team of skilled hunters, interpreters, and guides, including the legendary Sacagawea, they embarked on a journey into the unknown. For over 2 years, they braved treacherous terrains, unpredictable climates, and encounters with indigenous tribes. Their comprehensive journals, filled with detailed observations and maps, provided invaluable insight into the vast western wilderness. This daring expedition not only expanded America's geographic knowledge, but also ignited the nation's imagination and ambition, fueling the spirit of westward expansion. This expedition paved the way for future explorers and settlers. The legacy of Lewis and Clark's journey still resonates today, a testament to the indomitable spirit of exploration and discovery. Next came the Oregon Trail, fraught with danger and promise. The trail, a 2,000-mile wagon route, became a crucial passage for American settlers moving westward in the mid-19th century. It was a journey marked by hardship. Imagine traversing rugged landscapes, battling diseases, and facing unpredictable weather conditions. But these pioneers, men, women, and children, were fueled by determination and a sense of adventure. The Oregon Trail was more than just a pathway. It was a symbol of the American dream, a testament to the belief in the nation's manifest destiny. It was the promise of fertile lands and opportunities that beckoned these settlers, drawing them towards the Pacific Northwest. The trail played a significant role in the westward expansion, leaving an indelible mark on American history. It was a testament to human resilience and the pursuit of a better future. These brave souls were driven by the promise of manifest destiny. The annexation of Texas in 1845 marked another milestone. The Lone Star State, as we know it today, was not always part of the United States. Its journey to statehood was a complex one, steeped in political maneuvering and international tension. Texas, originally a part of Mexico, declared its independence in 1836 after a violent revolution. For nearly a decade, it existed as the Republic of Texas, an independent nation with close ties to the United States. Yet the prospect of Texas joining the Union was a contentious issue, primarily due to the balance of free and slave states. Finally, in 1845, Texas was admitted as the 28th state, a move that sparked the Mexican-American War. The annexation of Texas was a significant step in the westward expansion of the United States, a clear demonstration of the growing influence of the Manifest Destiny ideology. The addition of Texas further solidified the concept of Manifest Destiny. With the Mexican-American War, Manifest Destiny took a violent turn. The conflict began in 1846 and lasted until 1848, sparked by the annexation of Texas and a border dispute. The United States, driven by the idea of Manifest Destiny, saw this as an opportunity to expand its territories further west. The war was marked by fierce battles, political disputes, and a strong resistance from the Mexican forces. Despite the resistance, the superior resources and organization of the American forces led to their eventual victory. The Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, signed in 1848, ended the war and led to the United States acquiring vast new territories, including present-day California, Nevada, Utah, and parts of Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico, and Wyoming. The Mexican-American War was a significant event in the story of Manifest Destiny. It demonstrated the lengths to which the United States was willing to go to fulfill its perceived destiny. The war was a testament to the lengths America would go to fulfill its perceived destiny. The discovery of gold in California in 1848 sparked a rush like no other. A glint of gold in the American River set off a frenzy, with folks from all walks of life heeding the call of the Wild West. It was a time of gold fever, where the promise of untold riches lured over 300,000 people to the Golden State, forever changing its demographic landscape. This mass migration, known as the California Gold Rush, fueled westward expansion in unprecedented ways. The sudden influx of settlers and the economic boom that followed transformed California from a remote outpost to a bustling hub of commerce. Towns sprouted like mushrooms, railroads were built, and California was admitted into the Union as the 31st state. The allure of gold didn't just change California, it accelerated the country's manifest destiny, solidifying the belief that the United States was destined to stretch from sea to shining sea. This event marked a significant point in the journey towards manifest destiny. The completion of the Transcontinental Railroad in 1869 connected the nation like never before. This colossal project, a marvel of human ingenuity and determination, spanned a staggering 1,800 miles, linking the western and eastern coasts of the United States. The significance of the Transcontinental Railroad cannot be overstated. It was more than just a transportation system. It was a symbol of unity, a physical embodiment of the nation's shared destiny. Picture this. Before the railroad, a trip from New York to California could take months, fraught with danger and uncertainty. But with the railroad, this journey was reduced to a matter of days, a journey that was safer, faster, and more reliable. The Transcontinental Railroad facilitated the movement of people and goods, catalyzing economic growth and promoting westward expansion. It was a testament to the American spirit, a tangible representation of progress and ambition. This feat of engineering was a major step towards fulfilling manifest destiny. The Homestead Act of 1862 provided a final push towards the West. This significant legislation was the catalyst that sparked a mass migration towards the Western territories. The act offered up to 160 acres of public land, practically free, to any U.S. citizen or intended citizen who was head of the household. All they had to do was build a dwelling, make improvements, and farm the land for 5 years. It was a proposal that was almost too good to refuse, and for many, it was the opportunity they'd been waiting for. A chance to own land, to prosper, and to forge a new life in the West. In the span of a few short years, the Homestead Act led to the distribution of 80 million acres of public land. It encouraged settlement, development, and cultivation of the West, creating thriving communities and new states along the way. This act was the culmination of the drive towards manifest destiny. So, we've seen how the belief in manifest destiny shaped the United States. Starting with the birth of this philosophy, we witnessed the idea that it was the nation's divine right and duty to expand across the continent. This belief fueled the Louisiana Purchase, nearly doubling the size of the nation in one sweep. Then came the Lewis and Clark expedition, the first American venture to the Pacific coast. The Oregon Trail followed, leading thousands of settlers west. The annexation of Texas and the Mexican-American War added vast territories to the Union. The California Gold Rush further spurred westward migration, as did the construction of the Transcontinental Railroad. And of course, the Homestead Act opened up millions of acres of land to small farmers. Each of these events, driven by the concept of manifest destiny, contributed to the westward expansion that defined the 19th century. Through a series of landmark events, manifest destiny shaped the nation, creating the United States we know today.